I'm JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the Inner Self Diet, the proven proprietary step-by-step exclusive invitation-only coaching system to permanent success with your weight. Not by telling you what to eat, how to exercise, but instead by going to the root of the problem, healing it, so then you gain total freedom from emotional eating, binge eating, self-sabotage, yo-yo dieting, food obsessions, food addictions, whatever the heck it is that is stopping you right now from achieving lasting, struggle-free success with your weight. Now that is the work that I do, and I am the best at it. I can help anyone who is willing to invest in themselves and help themselves and allow me to coach them. So why am I doing this video right now? Because I did a video back in January this year, 2015, and I made a big proclamation that I was going to get to 120 pounds in 20 weeks. I didn't do it. Do you want to know why? I am going to tell you why in my 4-part video training course that I'm putting together as we speak right now. To be notified when that is available, just opt in below and I'll send you an email as soon as that free course is available. In that course, I'm going to detail what I did wrong, what I did right, what I learned, and what you must avoid so that you don't make the same mistakes I did. And I'm going to share with you just a couple highlights right now so you know why I'm doing this video now. This is September 1st, 2015. I have resurrected 20weeks-to120.com. Things are very different now. When I did the video back in January of this year, I was still very much stuck in my own fears, my fears mainly of being seen, of being visible, fears of success. Now, my blocks are not necessarily the same that my clients have, because so far I have not been working with other professionals who want to use video to get their message out to the world. I can tell you though that if you're watching this and you are struggling with fat and food and you also want to get your message out on video but you're not doing it, then I can help you in the Inner Self Diet. Not by teaching you how to do video, but helping you to get the heck out from behind your own blocks so that you can move forward. Now here's what's interesting. Even though I am a kick-ass coach at what I do, I highly recommend that you never hire a coach who is not getting coaching. Don't do it, because all of us have our inner blind spots. And if you hire a coach who is not getting coaching herself, then what that coach is telling you is that they are above their own growth and above their own learning, and they don't need help, and that their ego is so big that they are just at the pinnacle of their personal growth and personal improvement. So here's what happened with me in January. I made that big proclamation. It never, ever, ever works to just make some kind of a statement, even if you make it publicly. That's not going to get you action. It's not going to get you results. You have to have the inner game, the inner self, in order to follow through and take consistent daily action to get the results you want. Now specifically, I deal with the area of the body, food, and weight, and it's all about ending the binge eating, ending the emotional eating, ending the yo-yo dieting, the self-sabotage, the low self-esteem, all of that inner game stuff, which is 90% of the struggle. All right, so here's what I did, because I'm smart, just like my clients are smart. I saw that after I made that proclamation in January and put the video out on 20weeks-to120.com, that I was having still so much fear of being seen, being heard, being visible. I even had fears of physical attack, even though, I mean, where's somebody going to attack me, right? But it doesn't matter that these things are irrational. You cannot analyze them. You cannot figure them out with your intelligent mind. It's subconscious stuff. So, like I said, I'm smart, just like my clients are smart. I invested thousands of dollars in myself to hire a coach, actually several coaches, to help me get out from behind my fears. But there's a coach in particular who I invested in 2 of her coaching programs. One of them started back in February, And that was not about weight loss. It was not about the body. It was about my alignment with having fun with my business, with being seen, being heard, getting in alignment with the actions that I wanted to take to get my message out. Because, hey, if no one knows I'm alive, if no one knows that I'm here, then they are losing out, because they're sitting in their living room right now. Maybe it's even you who's watching this video, stuffing yourself with the food, beating yourself up because you're super smart, you're super successful, but you can't stop eating. You are my ideal client if you are serious about becoming the you that you've always known you could be. If you're serious about letting the struggle go, then great. And in fact, what your first step is to go to discovery-session.com and start there. Start the process of applying to get on the phone with me one-on-one to do a complimentary weight loss discovery session. And that's your first step. I'll help you on the call to discover what's really been stopping you personally from losing weight for good, and also what you can do about it. I have revived 20weeks-to120.com. And this is as of September 1st, 2015. What does this mean? This means that I am getting to 120 pounds within 20 weeks. That's going to take me into January. This is going to take me through the holiday season, the quote-unquote hardest time of the year when most people gain 20 pounds. All right? I'm doing this now for myself because I am not willing to be average any longer. I am going for my greatness, and I'm not willing to hide behind the fat and hide behind fears. And I've released, I'd say, probably 80% of the fears that were still with me back in January. And that was because of all of the coaching that I've had since then. And literally, I mentioned the one coach, but I actually have invested in myself with, I believe it's 5 different coaches and 5 different programs. Actually, it might be 6. So I really go all in. I know that no successful person on this planet, living or dead, has ever achieved the success that they have on their own. And I know that it's absolutely crazy to think that I could get to where I want to go on my own. And then the question that you might want to ask yourself is, why do you keep thinking that you can end your emotional eating and end your binge eating on your own when obviously you can't? You never have. And I am the professional. I've got all the skills, and still I hired coaches to help me get out from behind my fears. I don't need more tools on how to live naturally slender. That's not the problem. And I don't need information on how to eat healthy. That kind of stuff, I know that part. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer. So yeah, I'm sure that there's more I could learn. If I wanted to learn more, absolutely there's more I could learn. But from just where I'm at right now, that's not the type of coaching that I needed in order to get to where I am now. I needed the coaching on my inner game to release the fears that were stopping me from putting myself out there. I did not want to even do my own program, the Inner Self Diet, after I made that video back in January here on 20weeks-to120.com. I did not want to do my own program because I knew that if I followed through and did everything that I said in that video in January, that then I would be so visible and exposed. I didn't want to let the extra weight that I had gained go. So in this roundabout way, what I've shared with you here is that today, September 1st, 2015, 20 Weeks to 120 has been revived. And I am moving forward to my greatness. And I invite you to join me, all right? What I invite you to do is leave a comment under this video. Tell me what your commitment is over the next 20 weeks. Now, obviously, if it's not healthy for you to weigh 120 pounds, then that's not going to be your commitment. But tell me what your commitment is to your greatness. Tell me what your commitment is to taking daily action, whatever it takes, to get to where you want to go with your life and your body. Who wants to be just average and just, walking around all average and just simple and fitting in? Because you know what that means if you're walking around trying to fit in? You're obese. Because that's what average has become here in the United States, unfortunately. The CDC stated this year that over 78.6 million adults, they're not even counting the children, over 78.6 million adults in the United States are obese right now. All right? And I'm sure that when they come out with their stats in 2016, it'll be even higher. What are you going to do about it? What are you doing for yourself? And hey, if you know what you need to do to lose weight, but you're not doing it, you know you need to live a healthy lifestyle, but you're not doing it, then go to discovery-session.com, apply to speak with me on the phone on a weight loss discovery session. I do not recommend that you wait and watch my results. Oh, this is really exciting. I got off the phone today with one of my clients who I coached in 2010. His name is Dave. That was 5 years ago. He dropped 90 pounds. Without struggle, he's kept it off all this time. And I got on the phone with him, did a public interview with him, which I will be publishing so you can hear it and get inspired. But here's the thing, right? Why would you want to wait and just watch me and hang back when you're the one who's struggling and you need help now? Do you really want to go into January 2016 making another New Year's resolution that you know isn't going to last? You know, why do that to yourself? Leave a comment also below. Tell me what your biggest weight loss challenge is. Tell me what your commitment is to yourself over the next 20 weeks. 20 weeks from today, September 1st, 2015. That takes us into January. It's either January 15th or January 17th. That's 20 weeks. So yeah, this is badass. There's no waiting until after the holidays. There's no waiting until anything, because this, if you want to call it a disease of the emotional eating, binge eating, stuffing, mindless eating, self-sabotage, food addiction, food obsessions, if you want to call it a dis-ease, part of that dis-ease, one of the symptoms is you're continually putting it off for some day that it never comes. Never. And you know this. Look at your life. Look at your results. So hop on this. Leave your commitment below. Also, follow me on Periscope at JoLynn Braley. Follow me on Periscope. Get the app for your phone, because I'm going to be doing lots of updates, lots of Periscopes, and then also videos. And, you know, this is it. Yeah. So you're invited. Come on along. You know, what are you doing for yourself? What's the daily action that you're taking to get what you want, to become your greatest self? You know, I always wish the folks who listen to my podcast, which I began in January 2013, I usually say this at the end of my videos. It's in my signature in the weekly easing that I send out. I always wish you your best life in your ideal body, okay? This goes beyond weight loss. This is about becoming your best self while you live your ideal life, okay? And then take your awesome body with you. So that's all I've got for you today. I'm very happy to have revived 20weeks-to120.com. My name is JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the Inner Self Diet. Follow me on Periscope, on Meerkat, on Blab, on Twitter, at JoLynn Braley. Also, if you don't have the app on your phone, go to my Facebook page, JoLynn Braley Fan, F-A-N. Like the page, leave me a comment, tell me what your biggest aha is, or your inspiration, or your question, or whatever. When you leave an update online, use the hashtag 20weeks-to120. It's 20 weeks to T-O-120. And that will identify you as being part of the group here. And, you know, I really intend to give you inspiration, because, hey, if I can do this, if I can get to 120 pounds in 20 weeks, which is approximately 40 pounds of excess fat I'm going to release, going beyond where I was before. I was a size 8 for many years, and I gained 25 pounds. And that was all just these fears that I've been having of putting myself out there. And since I am not having those fears any longer, then hey, let's release the fat. All right, so come on along, 20 weeks to 120. And if my transparency doesn't inspire you, then yeah, I don't know what to say to that. My name is JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the Inner Self Diet. I wish you your best life in your ideal body. Click the button below to get on the opt-in list for the 4-part video series that I'm putting together for you to share the details of what I did wrong, what I did right, what I learned, and what I'm doing now specifically in regards to 20weeks-to-120.com that I initially proclaimed back in January.